Namaste everyone here at BookTube. Welcome to my channel Hamsavahini Vajra Astra. I'm Ahuna and this video is going to be about the July 2020 Jane Austen Challenge, which has been hosted by Katie from Books and Things and by Marissa from Blatantly Bookish. Now today I'm going to talk about challenge number 4, which is to read a retelling of any Jane Austen novel. So the work which I've chosen for this particular challenge is Austenistan, which is Jane Austen in Pakistan. So Austenistan. Now this has been edited by Lalin Sukhera. Before I get further on in this video, I'd like to mention I have a tendency of rambling, so I have collected my thoughts in these few pages which I'd be referring to and probably reading out from as well. So let's get on with Austenistan. Now Austenistan is a charming little book, although it does have its disappointments, and it features 7 retellings, 5 from Pride and Prejudice, 1 from Lady Susan and 1 from Emma. The stories are short. It gives us a glimpse about the lives of women in contemporary Pakistan today, yet it draws its corollary with the plight of women in Jane Austen's Regency era. The story obviously delves around the primary focus in a woman's life in the affluent societies as per the cultural norms of marriage, widowhood and divorce. Although this book does not reflect upon the Regency era moralistic mind frame where the morals of faith are lived out through the characters of the story through disciplined and beautiful mannerisms, yet it does weave the fringes of all the storylines of the fabric which is woven with all Jane Austen's novels and embellished with the fast-paced culture of contemporary Pakistan. So whereas in a few stories like Iman, which has been written by Michelle Naik, we do find an abstract concept of Emma, which is borderlining the retelling. Yet on the other hand, we also find in the story The Fabulous Banker Boys by Malia S. Loney, our favorite conceptualization of Miss Elizabeth Bennet and Mr. Darcy from Pride and Prejudice, gravitating towards each other despite the reserve in their respective situations. And it is quite a beautiful blend of a Bhangra dance at a lavish Pakistani wedding, sequined with the intoxicating charm and comfort of Jane Austen's growing sense of morality, which blossoms within its respective characters. Now, these short stories depict the charming, the intoxicating, the wicked, the cultural expectations which are expected of a woman from the affluent circles in a uniquely parallel universe as that of the Regency era of Jane Austen's writing. The writing style of all the authors are simple yet engaging and has its blends of charm and disappointments in the storyline due to its focus drawn on the restrictions on women and the genuine injustice and segregation which is performed by the society towards the heroine should she be befallen with the slightest misfortune. So she needs to deal with the gossip, the struggle of glamour, the growing distance between the reality of her sentiments in between the society, as well as yet she needs to set her discipline and build her virtues. So this is a common struggle which we see within the characters in the Jane Austen Regency era as well. Now this amalgamation of stories weaves a common thread of 2 similar cultures, yet set in 2 parallel universes separated by time itself, and it educates the reader about the culture of contemporary Pakistan in affluent social circle, a woman's position, situation and characters' flexibility rather than strength, which gravely influences their lives ahead and affects the life around them. And each story glimpses into the ups and downs experienced in subtle ways by women in modern day Pakistan, yet their situation is not quite different from the sophisticated circles of women in Regency era England, where it was a woman's responsibility to forge her ways into society through marriage and have clever ways of keeping up, and also clever ways of remaining in society should she have a divorce or should she face a widowhood. Now, my personal favorite was The Mughal Empire by Sanya Gohar, a retelling of Miss Bingley's plight from Pride and Prejudice after Mr. Darcy weds Miss Elizabeth Bennet. Now, I understand that Miss Bingley was one of the most sophisticated mean girls whom I consider, but after reading the story, I do have a soft corner for Miss Bingley. Now, since this book has been released by the Jane Austen Society of Pakistan, I would recommend that anyone who's interested have a look at the description box below, because I have left links where the Jane Austen Society of Pakistan and Lalin Sukera herself have introduced this particular society, so you can have a look at, of all the fun and the creative work which they do together. And I would also, this would be my retake on how I have, or the thoughts that I've collected after reading this particular book, Austenistan. It's a very charming book, and I would recommend this book for a retelling, or for anyone who's interested in knowing about Pakistan, its society, its culture, and anyone who loves Jane Austen as well. Now, apart from this, I will be uploading another video, which is not of this particular challenge, of course, and this would feature all the books which I have collected of Jane Austen. So these are not exactly book recommendations or TBR, but I hope that I'll be able to read this book in the near future. So this would be my conclusion about Austenistan. And before I conclude this video, I would like to mention that if you appreciate this video, please do click on the like button and subscribe for more Jane Austen videos. Thank you for watching. Thanks for joining me. Namaste, and have a good reading week ahead.